Hello and welcome. Have you ever just felt stuck? You know what you should be doing, but somehow the same old patterns just keep playing on a loop. Well, today, we're going to dive into a really powerful framework that completely reframes that whole problem. We're talking about a practical, step-by-step user manual for your own life.
Does this sound familiar? This has got to be one of the most frustrating things on any path of personal growth, right? You read the books, you listen to the talks, you totally get the ideas. But your day-to-day reactions, your anxieties, your habits, they stay exactly the same. It's that massive gap between knowing something and actually being that way. And that is the exact problem we're here to tackle.
So the source material kicks things off with this pretty provocative distinction. It says a lot of us, a lot of the time, are operating like a two-legged creature. Basically, we're just driven by impulse and habit, almost like we're on autopilot. The goal, though, is to shift into being a true seeker. Someone who's actively using that amazing human ability for awareness, for reflection, and here's the key, for choice. It's the difference between being a passenger and being the pilot.
And this right here just brilliantly sums up the whole idea. See, the problem isn't that you're broken or that there's something wrong with you. Not at all. The problem is you've been handed this incredibly advanced piece of technology, your own mind and consciousness, with zero instructions. We're all just kind of tapping at the screen, hoping we stumble on the right settings. It completely changes the game from being a personal failure to just missing information.
Exactly. If we're all walking around with this high-tech gear, where's the user manual? Well, that's what we're about to unpack. The source lays out that manual in a series of really clear, really actionable steps. So, let's get into it. What's the very first step in this manual? It's actually a little surprising. Before you even think about trying to be spiritual or enlightened, the manual says your first job is to just master the basics of being human. It's about learning to use the fundamental tools you were born with.
And being truly human isn't about having a high IQ or just cramming more facts into your head. That's just data. The real skill, the one that makes all the difference, is what the source calls mental maturity. What is that? It's the ability to create a little bit of space between what happens to you and how you respond. And in that little pause, you get to consciously choose. This one thing, this skill, apparently accounts for something like 60 to 70% of the entire journey. That's huge.
Okay, so here's what that actually looks like in real life. Let's say your partner says something that just triggers you. The immature, the mechanical response is to just instantly fire back, right? But the mature response is to notice that little explosion inside you and ask, whoa, okay, why did I react like that? What in me just got lit up? You shift the focus from blaming them to understanding yourself. And that's not about being a doormat, it's about taking your power back.
All right, so how do we actually build this mental maturity? Well, Section 2 of the manual gives us the practical tools, the equipment we need to look under the hood, figure out what's really going on, and start making some real changes.
Now, many of you have probably heard the term satsang. Traditionally, it just means gathering to hear a teacher or study a spiritual text. And that's great, it's a fantastic start. But the source argues that most people are only doing half the work.
And this is the missing piece. External satsang is listening, like you're doing right now. But internal satsang is where the rubber meets the road. It means taking the lesson, repeating it in your own mind, really thinking about it, doing the practice, and then, and this is the most important part, checking in with yourself every day. Am I actually changing? Was I a little less reactive today? Did I catch myself? This is the bridge that finally closes that gap between understanding and doing.
Okay, so one of the core practices is this really simple 4-line mantra. It's just a set of universal wishes for the well-being of everyone. May there be happiness for all. May there be peace for all. On the surface, it seems like a nice, positive affirmation, but its real purpose is way, way deeper.
And here's the big reveal. The mantra isn't about wishful thinking. It's a diagnostic tool. Think about it. When you say, may there be peace for all, your mind immediately protests, right? It goes, peace? Are you kidding? Look at all my problems. When you say, may there be happiness for all, your mind brings up all the reasons you feel you can't be happy. The mantra's job is to pull all your hidden blocks, all your resistances, right up to the surface so you can finally see what you're actually working with. It's brilliant.
So a tool like that mantra isn't just some random trick. It actually fits into a complete, coherent, step-by-step system for upgrading your life. The source calls it the 8-step ladder, and it's basically the whole user manual laid out.
So let's do a quick flyby of this ladder.
As you can see, it starts right where we started, recognizing your power to choose, and then growing that mental maturity. Only from that solid base can a genuine desire to know yourself really grow. And that desire is then backed up by discipline, which is actually called freedom training. Only after all that's in place do you move to the deeper knowledge, which leads to a real, lasting shift. See how each step just builds on the one before it? It all makes sense.
So what's the ultimate result? What's the big payoff for following this manual? It's not about levitating or leaving your normal life behind. The payoff is something way more practical, way more profound, and way more useful in your actual day-to-day life.
And this is so important. The goal isn't to change your life, it's to change how you experience your life. Outwardly, everything might look exactly the same. Same job, same city, same relationships, but inwardly, oh, it's a whole new world. Your baseline state just becomes calm, you're way less reactive, you're living the same life, but from a completely new, unshakable center.
And the ultimate result of that huge inner shift is this: fearlessness. And we're not talking about arrogance or being reckless. We're talking about a quiet freedom from all those constant low-level anxieties that run most of our lives. You know, the fear of losing something, the fear of failing, the fear of what other people think. It's this profound sense of inner security that, honestly, is a superpower in today's world.
So at the end of the day, this isn't about blindly believing a single thing you've just heard. The user manual is right here, in your hands. The real question isn't whether it works, it's whether you're willing to open it up and actually test it out in the only laboratory that matters, your own life.